I'm now going to explain to you exactly what happened and show you and prove to you that this felony case file is a complete lie, as well as explain why it exists, as well as explain to you and show you that this misdemeanor case file is a complete lie and there is no reason for it to exist. But now I'm going to show you exactly why this misdemeanor case file and this felony case file exist. Because they were forced to do it. Okay? Now remember, last video I told you the only reason why this arrest and booking report was written was to save the 6 criminals from keeping their jobs. Save them from being fired. Okay? And this is the content of the misdemeanor case file. This is the content of the felony case file. Okay? They would like to have you believe that this case file was created first and then this was transferred over to the misdemeanor court. A legal secretary would know that that's an impossibility. It can't happen. Okay? So, the only reason why these two case files exist is because they were forced to do it. All of the information that's in the felony case file, and I have the certificate of certification, was put in there after the fact. Okay? This felony case file did not exist until 1/6/1998. This misdemeanor case file did not exist until 1/6/1998. And the reason why it didn't exist until 1/6/1998 is because they got caught trying to cover up the fact that they had prosecuted this false arrest, otherwise known as false detainment / imprisonment, as well as kidnapping, and thereby making that not a bond, but a ransom. So, here is the receipt from the clerk of the court. I had to go back twice because the first time I didn't have enough money. But I also went back a second time to get this. This is a certificate of certification, and it basically says that the court is swearing that the contents in this case file, that this represents a true and accurate representation and literal transcript, a true and correct copy of the court record and literal transcript of the misdemeanor department. Okay, right off the bat, you know it's a lie because Mallory D. Cooper's name is not the judge's name that's listed here. So, folks, what you're looking at is yet another obstruction, and every item that's listed on here is a case of libel because there is no arrest and booking report in here saying that any of these things happened. Okay? Period. And there it is, signed and stamped. We got a serious problem here in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the... we're going to come back to this. Don't worry. Not in this video. Okay. What you're looking for in court documents is 2 stamps. The first stamp that's issued is this instrument in computer, and it's done by the clerk. And then the second stamp you're looking for is this filed stamp. Okay? We can clearly see that this is for docket number or arrest report number 99-5. That be this one, 99-5. What you are looking at, folks, is the finding of probable cause to detain. You know, the judge, and this judge, as soon as he signed this, and it's right there in their own handwriting, on December 4th, 1997, found probable cause to detain me for this lie. There is no such thing. There is no such thing as this. There is no such thing as this. This statute was not violated. This statute was not violated. There is no victim. There was no evidence. They had absolutely nothing. Yet, dum-dum, right there, as soon as he filed this, as soon as the state attorney's office filed this, these felonies were doubled. Then as soon as this judge signed it, found probable cause to detain me. What did he find probable cause to detain me for? For a crime that does not exist, had no evidence of any crime taking place, had no victim of any sort, and therefore meaning because no crime took place. So what they've just done is found probable cause to detain me. They're justifying the kidnapping. And it's filed December 4th, 1997. Oh, and by the way, we are in Circuit Court. Okay? So, he just stopped being a judge. And the reason why they redacted his name and then put in another judge's name to try to cover up the fact that this dum-dum signed off on this. Okay? Now we go down to the next page. This is my affidavit of insolvency. This is where, and again, it was filed December 4th, 1997. This took place at not my first appearance, because this is a felony arrest. This was at my bond hearing. I had no idea what the charges were. Okay? So this took place 995, just so we're clear. Okay? And this is where they're ordering a judge that I have a public no defender. There it is, the two stamps. Instrument in computer. Filed. So they're putting these numbers into the beast. Right there, all of the felonies are doubled. There's my John Hancock. There's the date, December 4th, 1997. December 4th, 1997, in their own handwriting. Okay? This is a third-degree felony. Okay? Now, this judge doesn't see anything. He's just a judge because you're given you're appointed a public defender in the next courtroom over. The judge has got no idea what's going on in the other room. Okay? So, but I've redacted his name. Now here, and again, filed 995, December 4th, 1997. This is my Edward notice, or otherwise known as my invocation of constitutional rights. They are scared to death of number 5. It's talked about in the videos on the YouTube page. There is my signature. This instrument in computer, 12/4/1997. Everybody, the public defender's office signed it. Okay? And this is the best one. This is my favorite one. What court are we in? Circuit Court. What is the arrest and booking report number? 995. That be this one. 995. Here is, and it's in their handwriting, filed this instrument in computer. So they put the numbers into the beast. State of Florida versus, that's me. Here they set a bond right there in their own handwriting for a crime that does not exist. That there is no evidence of any crime taking place. That there is no victim. And yet, right there, they are motioned to set bond. Again, all the felonies are redoubled. And there is the judge that did it. There's the date. There's the state attorney that signed off on it. There is the amount. December 4th, 1997. This instrument in computer. And it was all done when? December 4th, 1997. And we come back here and look at that. There is they're calling it a bond. They're about to find out it's a ransom. There's the little judge that did it. Well, I've been telling you, this is all the information that they need. Just this one arrest and booking report. But my God has been gracious enough to provide me with everything. So, what happened? This happened when you were arrested. Your first appearance is the next day. This all took place on December 4th, 1997. On December 4th, 1997, all of these JSO officers, all of them, every single one of them that signed this document are now no longer JSO officers. The head of Vice is no longer a JSO officer. All of these, every officer that signed this document is a criminal. Documented. Because now they just put the nail in the coffin because they filed a false arrest report. They've documented the fact that they have falsely detained me / falsely imprisoned me, and they are now kidnapping me, and now they are now holding me for a $25,003 ransom. And it's all been documented by them in the court. All of these judges stopped being judges. They're all now criminals. They stopped right then, right there, as soon as they signed this. As soon as this took place. Now, when did they find out how much trouble they're in? Well, let's go back up here. Remember, I was ordered and adjudged. Okay? Now, remember, I'm locked up with real felons, people, and I haven't done anything. The only reason why I'm locked up is so that these criminals can get away with a crime. They're not going to get away with it. Now, you say, well, Kerry, why didn't you say anything? I am a Christian. I live my life according to the Word of God. I am trusting and believing that the authorities that have been placed before me will do their job. That someone will stop the madness. Well, it's now December 5th, 1997, when I finally meet with my public no defender, and that's when the poop hit the fan. That's when they found out how much trouble they were in. Because once they appointed me the public no defender gets to see this. And the public no defender was just out of law school. And the public no defender said, excuse me, there is no such thing as this cannot be attempted. And in order for this to take place, you need a very specific victim. And by the way, see this right there? That cannot happen. And if this, what's written here, does happen, it is a violation of this. And guess what? You all are in trouble because they don't have a victim. So then everybody starts running around and running into each other. So when I finally meet with the public no defender, they take you down. Again, I'm quite sure that the majority of you all have never been arrested. And you've never had to go through this turmoil. So what happens is they bring you down, and remember, I'm locked up with felons. Okay? They come down, they take you down to a little room, and when the public no defender came in, the public no defender looked like that individual was on their way to the death chair themselves, to the electric chair. This person was so scared it's not funny. And the public defender was not there to public defend me. The public defender was there to find out how much I know, if I know what's going on. And guess what? I ripped this person a new one. And this person said, they can't do that. They can't do that. And I took my arms out and I said, you know what? And yet, here I am. So, but I heard everything I needed to hear. My public no defender had told me they can't do that. And then the public no defender tells me, you know what, let me see what I can do about that. I'll get back to you. Well, guess what? I'm still waiting for public no defender to get back to me. So what do? Now they know that all of these judges, what they know is one judge has found probable cause to detain me. The state attorney's office, I've been assigned a public defender. The state attorney, I've signed my constitutional rights. The state attorney's office has made a motion to set bond. Oh, and by the way, the original bond that the judge wanted to set was $250,000 for a crime that does not exist, had no victim. There was no evidence of any crime taking place. I guess everybody took their daily supply of stupid on December 4th, 1997. So now what they're looking at is they don't have a scapegoat. They don't have a scapegoat. Now the public no defender on December 5th comes in. They know clear. Look, if this court date takes place, that's what they're looking at. They're all gonna go to prison. They're all gonna go to prison because they've already done it, and it's their job to make sure that everybody else is doing their job. Again, everybody had their USDA approved amount of stupid on December 5th, 1997. Okay, so what do? Do they come to me and say, "Oh, Mr. Nelson, we're so sorry"? No, they don't. Why? Because the law does not forgive. The law does not give mercy. The law defines right and wrong, guilt and innocence, and they're guilty. This thing doesn't exist. This is a complete lie. So now they have no one to blame, and if they admit that they've done wrong, their careers are over. Their careers are over. So what do? Well, they leave me locked up with real felons for another 3 days until I say, and good Lord tells me, this, by the way, this is a blank sheet of paper. You're looking at it. A blank sheet of paper has been filed. Okay? Now, I bond out. And right here, 995. There's the little stupid little attempted. This, again, these people don't know their own job. Okay? $25,003. What court am I going to be going to? Circuit. When this happened on December 8th, 1997. And the next court date is going to be 12/18. There is my John Hancock. This instrument in computer, but it's not filed. Why isn't it filed? Because, folks, what you're looking at is this bond has never been discharged. I went to this place one time. Oh, here's the best part. I have to call up. I'm buying a piece of property. And I have to call the people up and tell them, hey, I need my money back so I can get out of jail. And then guess who comes and picks me up? Guess who comes and bonds me out? My pastor. Using my money. So now everybody thinks, now what am I supposed to say? Oh, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Sure, Kerry, sure. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, Kerry. Right. We'll get to that, more to that. It's never been discharged. I've been to this bonding agency one time. It was about 10 or 11 o'clock at night on December 8th, 1997. Never heard from them, never went back, nothing. Why? Here's what they did. They are really having a problem now because now I am out of their control. This court date is coming, and if this court date ever takes place, they're all going to prison. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's all going to come to light. So what do? Well, hey, we've lied so far. Let's lie some more. December 9th and or possibly the latest was December 10th. I get a letter from the state attorney's office telling me that, all charges have been dropped. There is no need for you, Mr. Nelson, to go out and go through the expense of getting counsel. Well, I know I don't have to get any counsel. I've already been appointed a public no defender. Again, I'm trusting these people. Okay? All charges have been dropped. But because you are out on bond, this is what we need you to come to J1 on December 15th so we can finalize and close up this matter. That is when Dum Dum impersonated a judge. All of this is over in the other videos. Okay? So, now that they got me out of the way, there's still a problem. So they basically tell me, hey, nothing. Everything's been dropped. Go about your business. There's no need for you to do anything. There's no need for you to look into this any further. And if you do, we may revisit it. That's right. They threatened me. So, again, hey, I'm a Christian. They're an authority. I'm trusting that they are doing what's supposed to be done. The attorney never got back in touch with me, so I guess this all must be fine and done. So, okay, I go about my business. But yet, everybody still thinks I did something when there's nothing done. My entire family, my pastor, everybody that means anything to me thinks I am a sexual deviant. So what do they do? What do they need to do? Well, what they need to do is they need to come up with because this has all been filed with the clerk of the court system. Once you put that puppy into the beast, the beast needs an outcome. So what are they going to do? They are going to rewrite this felony arrest and booking report and make it look like it was a real arrest and booking report. A one count arrest and booking report. Now, how can I prove this? Well, right here. This is the Duval County Clerk of the Courts. I went down and paid $30.90, and I did an arrest search for a specific timeline. And what we have here, and what you're going to see, and I will not have a problem moving it over. Here we go. Okay, right here. This is my misdemeanor case file. Charge count. You're reading it. Charge count. Charge count 1. Misdemeanor, second degree, initial offense. Well, wait a minute. Hold on now. This is a felony arrest. This is a felony arrest. Okay? So, and then we have down here, this is the felony case file. Charge count 2. Initial offense level. Oh, I don't know. And you know it's the case files because here's the felony case file. Case disposition date 1/5. There has been no disposition. This is the file date 1/6. Okay, this is the misdemeanor case file date. And this is the felony case file date 1/5. Wait a minute. All of this says 1997. All of this says December 4th, 1997. December 4th, 1990. They're trying to make it go away. Okay? They're trying to make it go away. And if you doubt that this is me, we're going to go down to page 2. Right here. There's my little name. Kerry Nelson. And this is the misdemeanor case. Information filed. Adjudicated guilty. Okay? Adjudicated guilty. Yet that's the rewritten arrest report. And this is the transfer to county court. And there is no court action. You know what that means, folks? I have yet to have my day in court for this. The only day in court that I had was made up by them. You understand me? All of this information is over in the other videos. This is over with, folks. I have everything. This will not happen to anyone ever again. There is no legal, lawful reason for any of this to happen. The only reason why this and this exists is because they were forced to do it. We'll talk about that in the next video.